Hi everyone, my name is Lee and I'm going to be doing a series of talks on the voice and expression, and I'm really just going to allow this to unfold however it does. I've been feeling for some time now that I need to do a series of videos where I speak about the voice and expression and my own journey with my own suppression of my voice and some of the things that I've been through in my life and some of the ways that I have overcome certain fears around voice and expression. And for me, I've actually been thinking about these videos for over 2 months now, and every time I think about them, I have come up with so many excuses why I shouldn't do them, mostly because I don't know how to start. I don't even know what to say, and that's also part of my wound. I think one of my wounds is that I don't know what to say. And so because I don't know what to say, I've always just kept quiet. And I really feel that from as a child. Like I totally wouldn't allow myself to speak because I was so afraid of what might come out of me, what I might express. There was so much fear around expression. And I have come a long way. So, what's coming up for me in the moment is to start off by sharing with you that I actually was a severe stutterer as a child. I used to stutter severely. And I can just remember like practicing my orals in school. And I was able to do my orals perfectly in front of my parents at home and in front of the mirror, and I wouldn't stutter. I'd be able to speak perfectly. But as soon as I got in front of a class, as soon as I got in front of my peers at school, I would stutter almost every second or third word. And of course, this really impacts on one's self-esteem and self-worth. And, of course, like that in itself would be would inhibit me from speaking and from feeling safe to speak, because when I spoke up, I would often not be able to express myself. I could never put words together like I am now. What I noticed in my own development is that when I finished school, my stuttering got better. And when I started my spiritual journey, which was at the age of 22, 23, I realized that, stuttering has absolutely nothing to do with speech therapy. I mean, I was sent for speech therapy when I was younger, but it didn't work. Stuttering, not being able to express yourself in that way is directly linked to your self-worth and your wounds around owning your own voice and actually taking up space and being seen. It's quite exposing, and I think that when I was younger, there was something around, also exposure and like being seen or not feeling good enough, like what are they going to think of me, like so much self-judgment. So as I started, working on myself and working and doing deep shadow work, my stuttering subsided, and it was still there to small degrees. Would come up a lot when I was very anxious and stressed, especially in my late 20s and early 30s. I remember having like periods where I would stutter for about a month or two severely, and I'd be going through maybe some deep, very, very difficult stuff that I was moving through in my life. And I also come from a life of just rushing, doing everything super fast. And because of the rushing and because of the not being able to slow down, I found that when I got into more of my feminine energy, when I also started to slow down, when I was able to feel more and not come from such a forceful masculine energy space, the stuttering also subsided. I've had a really powerful journey with my voice, and I am so grateful, that I was a stutterer, and I'm so grateful for all the things that have happened to me in my life around my own voice, because this is a part of my own journey. It's part of my own journey. When I went to see an astrologer about 15 years ago, she asked me what my favorite movies were, and when I began to share with her what they were, and they are That Thing Called Love, which is really about a singer finding her own voice in a new city. And then there is My Fair Lady, which is all about the voice. It's all about her, transforming from something into something else. And Three Little Words. And Three Little Words is actually all about expression and the voice. It's all about music and sound and finding your voice and finding your own expression. So I've realized that my journey, my path is definitely, my purpose here and why I'm here and what I'm here to work with, and some of my woundings and my difficulties in my life, is a lot of it is around expression and the voice. And through my own awakening and through my own awakening of my own voice, I'm now also, offering like workshops and courses and classes and private sessions to also help others to awaken their voice and to find their voice. And the best medicine that I found is to do things that are uncomfortable. Put yourself in situations that are also going to test you, test you to go above and beyond. One of the things that happened to me when I was 27 or so years old is I got asked to be a lecturer at a college. And my background is graphic design. I studied Photoshop and Illustrator and all the design programs and websites and all of that. And I got asked to become a lecturer at a college. And that job that I did for that year of my life was actually one of the biggest breakthroughs. It was such a massive breakthrough for me and such a massive catalyst, because I'd come from a background where I could never, the thought of lecturing, standing up in front of a classroom and teaching is, to think about that child that couldn't get up in front of a class and say anything, to now becoming a lecturer and actually teaching others and standing up in front of that class is a true miracle. It's a true transformation. And for me, I really clocked it at the time. This is I've made the 360. I've really, I've done a lot of work with coming home to my voice, and this is a big step. And there have been other steps along the way, and even these videos, putting yourself out there, speaking. I had no idea what I was going to say in this video, but I'm just trusting in the moment and trusting my voice, trusting that I have everything inside of me, and trusting that I am worthy has been one of the biggest lessons for me. So I hope this inspires you in some way, and I'm going to continue talking through this, talking about this, about the voice, about expression, and hopefully assisting you as well in finding your own voice. I'd love to hear comments and feedback. Please feel free to also message me. I'll drop my email in the comments. Have a beautiful day. And remember that your voice is truly holy, and we are all here to express something. So don't hold back.